you doing? This is Black Shy Guy here. Welcome once again to a new podcast episode. Today is Friday. It's the end of the week. Woo, I am relaxing. I'm finally taking a full weekend to myself. And listen, it's going to be much more enjoyable as the previous. Because the previous I've been working. And both weekends I worked the last 2 weeks. So finally, I'm just going to relax, take it easy. I was going to go out today, catch a movie, but I'm going to watch that movie tomorrow. You know which movie I'm talking about. I'm talking about that new Mission Impossible, baby. It's getting crazy reviews. You know I can't be missing no damn good-ass Tom Cruise movie. Stop playing with it. I'm going to check it out tomorrow. Hopefully you guys check it out. And as always, I hope you guys' week was smooth. If it was a bit difficult, prayer always helps. It does. I don't want to hear any atheist bullshit. Prayer always helps. I hope you guys are enjoying life. And as always, I thank you for sitting at my table. We are going to discuss a very, I would say, serious situation. You see, listen, before I start, a lot of people don't think this is a serious situation. A lot of people are like, well, why are we worried about actors for? They make millions and millions of dollars. Yes. The very few of them do. There's a lot of actors that don't make good money. There's a lot of actors that need to actually work 2 to 3 jobs. 2 to 3 jobs. The one who explains this best is Grace Randolph. I'm going to put her video link down on the description of this podcast. Make sure you check it out. She's very influential when it comes to describing these situations, when it comes to the SAG Awards, awards in general, movie entertainment, etc. So make sure you check out her videos. She's very entertaining to watch, and she explains in almost every single detail the strike that is going on with the SAG actors. It's very interesting, and we all gotta keep watch on this because this is going to be epic, because there's a couple of things people do not understand with this strike. This strike also is introducing the problematic situation when it comes to AI. Okay? If you don't know what's going on with the AI when it comes to the SAG actors, writers, etc., what's going on with the AI is, for some odd reason, the studio is looking to replace actors with AI. And when I mean by that, and like I said, I'm going to put the video description down to Grace Randolph's video on YouTube. Make sure you check it out if you want more explicit details when it comes to this strike. I'm trying to just go skim through it, keep it basic, keep it really, really short so we can move on quickly with the podcast. But not as quick as you may think, because I do want you to understand. They basically want to scan the faces and voices of actors and feelings to replace them completely, to not ever repay them again when it comes to scenes and etc. All they have to do is use the digitized scanning of the actor and the digitized voice of the actors, so they don't have to pay the actors or the fillers ever again. This completely replaces them. This is one of the problematic situations that's going on with this strike. And what I'm saying about this is AI is becoming a very, very big problem when it comes to the workforce, when it comes to corporate America. Because if you don't know, now you know. Because if you don't think this strike basically describes what's going on with corporate America, you're delusional. If you take a look at a lot of the freeways, a lot of the highways, you notice a lot of the toll booths are removed. You don't see people no more on the toll booths. Very few remains. A lot of it is basically scanners now. They just scan your car when you drive through 70 miles an hour, 80 miles an hour, whatever. They do all the scanning. Humans are removed. That's it. That's how you make your payments. Obviously, you need an Easy Pass or whatever the case may be. If you don't have an Easy Pass, they just mail you what you owe, and you got to pay it through cash. I don't know why you won't have an Easy Pass, because it immediately just comes out of your freaking Easy Pass. You don't have to deal with mailing in payments or whatever. But what I'm saying is, humans are being replaced by AI. Look at another situation. When you go into supermarkets, when you go into Walmart, Target, whatever the case may be, you see that they have basically you can scan yourself out. You know what I mean? You go to a register that basically you scan your items, you make a payment, and then you're out of there. That can be very convenient, but what I'm saying is very problematic for people who are looking for jobs, because once again, cash registers who are humans are being replaced by computerized registers. You know what I mean? So that's another job out the door. When you go into McDonald's, you don't need to go up to the register no more. You just go up to a big screen, type in your order, press send, and they'll prepare it. That's gone. Boom. Your order's being prepared. You don't have to talk to any human. But once again, that reduces the amount of employees needed at a McDonald's, at any fast food joint. Once again, positions are being replaced by AI. It is crazy how much AI is taking over corporate America. And this is what corporate America wants, because the less they have to pay humans, the more money they save. But what's happening is that it's increasing the amount of people who are unemployed. And remember, back in the days, and still to this day, the middle class has been beat up to a pulp in the United States. Everything depends on the middle class. Everything depends on the middle class. And this strike, if it goes against the Guild actors, which I don't believe, I believe they'll win this. Will they be suffering during the strike? Absolutely. There are going to be actors who won't be able to pay their rent, who won't be able to pay their mortgage, because obviously everything is shut down. Every production is shut down. Get used to watching those reruns, because they ain't coming out with any new episodes anytime soon. So, I mean, get used to the movies that are out now. Go enjoy them, because who knows how long this strike is going to last. Some say it's going to last until October. Some say it's going to last about a couple of months. But who knows? Because I know if it does last until October, there's going to be a lot of actors and fillers who depend on work when it comes to the SAG that will be out of a home. Period. This strike is very, very interesting to keep watch, because the minute it goes left for the actors, get ready for this to hit corporate America, because AI is going to be heavily introduced into your workforce. A lot of people are stating that, you should think about going union, because at least union will protect your job, will protect some financial connections you have with the job, etc. I don't know. I don't know about that. I mean, obviously, no matter what job you're in, if your job tries to go union, obviously the corporate is going to fight it 10 times as hard, and it's going to be very difficult on everybody. A strike may come as a result of everything, and you might actually be out of a couple of checks during that strike. It's just difficult for every person involved, every business involved. The thing is AI really destroying corporate America, really destroying the middle class, and now is getting at the upper class? Because yes, I do understand these actors get paid a lot of money, but the very few get paid a lot of money. You got to understand, there's a lot of actors that don't make it. There's a lot of actors that don't make it, and it's not because they don't have talent, it's because they're just not noticed. And being a filling in a movie or whatever the case may be is how they get noticed. That's how they get noticed. That's how they become big stars. And once again, if you check out that video from Grace Randolph, I love the way she goes into detail about it. I love the way she explains everything. So make sure you go check it out. It's very important that despite the fact that you don't believe that this is important to you, it's very important to dive much more deeper. Much more deeper. Because to what end is the studio fighting this hard against the actors? To what end? And we know what that end is. They want AI fully introduced. They want to save money, and Bob Iger has the gumption, I say, to get on the mic and say it's very troubling that the actors are going through this strike, etc. You got some balls with the big check, big money that you make, $30 million a year. $30 million a year this man possibly makes, and he has the gumption to get up on that mic to talk about, well, this strike is very troubling, and basically calling them greedy. Are you kidding me? You make $30 million a year, Bob Iger. $30 million a year. You had the gumption to talk about the actors and writers being greedy, etc. You got some balls. A man with your income cannot talk about not being paid and not being worried about AI. You cannot talk, Bob Iger. You lost so much points. Sit your ass down. Especially now that you got that new contract, you got a lot of balls, don't you? Don't you? I'm telling you, the studios are looking to get away with murder here. It's crazy because news is out, reportedly, right, that there were negotiations for the last 3 weeks. The actors thought that, and writers thought that, hey, we're in discussion. Things might start going smoothly. When in the background, the studio actually gave 3 weeks of negotiations only to get away with publicizing and introducing the movies that are coming out. That's all they wanted. They did not really want a negotiation. They was just buying time to introduce movies like Barbie and all these other movies coming out. So they weren't even thinking about negotiating with the actors or writers. How grimy the studio is. How grimy is that? You guys got balls. You guys got really big gumption balls. You do. Because now, hey, and the thing is, the big actors better get on this strike. They better get on this strike. They better. I want to see Tom Cruise. I want to see The Rock. I want to see all of them on the front lines. Because that's the only way the strike will really hurt the studios. If the A-list actors get involved and really start putting the hammer down on this strike. The A-list actors have to get involved, because if they don't get involved, this strike is almost going to be meaningless to the fillers and the writers. It's going to be meaningless. They have to get involved. Obviously, they have no choice but to get involved. But what I'm saying is, they can't be silenced. They have to speak up. They have to go into this. I like the fact that the cast of Oppenheimer walked out of the premiere of their UK movie. You know what I mean? You had Robert Downey Jr. and company and all of them walking out, and Murphy walking out of the premiere to support the strike, which is very good. I love the fact that they supported the strike by doing that. It shows a lot of gumption. It shows a lot of support for the writers. I really like the fact that happened. I was really happy to hear that. But more and more people have to get involved and do this. A lot of people are stating that Margot Robbie might still want to promote her movie Barbie by putting out tweets and doing this and that and the third. I don't think that can happen, because it will look very, very bad on Margot Robbie by doing that. If she does that, that's kind of foul, because you have to support the writers. You have to. This is the way they make their living. This is going to really change Hollywood. This strike is really going to change Hollywood. And it's really going to change, in a way, corporate America. Because I'm not saying AI is all bad. There's a lot of conveniences when it comes to AI. But there's also a lot of inconveniences when it comes to the employment rate in America. The employment rate in America obviously has shot up. has shot up tremendously. Yes, I would say it goes down to a lot of people who just don't want to come back to work. They just don't want to come back to work. But obviously it's because the government decided to pay people to stay out of work. So a lot of things come into play when it comes to unemployment and the fact that it's run by Joe Biden. That's another discussion. I'm not even going to touch it. That's another discussion. People are going to be like, oh, here he go. Here he go. Here he go. I mean, listen, I had to touch up on it. I had to say something. I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh, Mom, I'm a Biden head. I don't give a damn. All right? But listen, I'm not even going to touch up on that. But make sure you check out the link in the description on this podcast episode, which introduces Grace Randolph's video discussing about the strike. You really enjoy her. Listen, I'm not going to lead you astray. Obviously, I'm not going to lead you astray. Period. Go enjoy that freaking podcast, YouTube video from Grace Randolph. And that's really all I have to say about the strike situation. It's crazy that it's happening. I'm glad that it's happening. And I hope that they do overcome this whole situation. When I was surfing the web, right, earlier this morning, when I was getting this podcast set up, right, I ran into and I know a lot of people are not going to want to hear about this situation, but I have to just throw it in there because it was so ridiculous when I seen it. Jussie Smollett, the pig-headed idiot who made the story up about him being robbed by two MAGA supporters, is coming out with a doc series. I don't know if Fox Nation is supporting it, but if Fox Nation is supporting this pile of shit, then that's a big freaking fat zero on Fox Nation. They already got a fat zero by losing Tucker Carlson. But if you introduce a doc series to actually pay this idiot money to talk about the lies he told to America, then you guys deserve to be even discarded further by everyone when it comes to entertainment, when it comes to the news. Seriously. Like, you guys are gonna give this idiot a doc series? Are you out of your mind? Are you out of your mind? Out of everything that's happening in America today, you thought that is much more interesting to make a doc series about Jussie Smollett, the idiot who introduced the biggest lie to America at that period in time when it was told. That's where you're going here. Who was the bright light in that room that said it would be a great idea to introduce Idiot Smollett's doc series to Fox Nation? I want to know the idiot because I want him to run my account. I want him to run my account because I guarantee I'm going to be a rich man if he runs my account. If he runs everything when it comes to business, I'm going to be a rich man. Because that man who said making a doc series of Jussie Smollett would be a great idea and will be a great opportunity to Fox Nation to capitalize is the man I want running my account. This is Black Shy Guy, and as always, I thank you for sitting on my table. I'm out of here. Peace.
Arch criminal who must be put away. Another innocent victim of suicidal maniac.